You know, when you were a little kid, probably one of the first memories you have of your mom was her, you were probably about 2, maybe 3 years old, and she's telling you, go wash your hands. Which, if you ignored her, she would get an octave higher and be more along the lines of, get in there and wash your hands. As soon as you exited, their big question was, did you wash your hands? Well, we're here to talk to you about that same subject again. The single most important thing you can do to keep from having one of our patients get an infection, or even to protect yourself, is to wash your hands. So, when do you need to wash your hands? Well, there's the obvious times like when you go to the restroom, before you go to eat, and also if your hands are what we call visibly soiled. You look at your hands and there's something on them, they're visibly soiled, you need to go wash your hands with some soap and water. Now, if your hands are not visibly soiled, you can actually use like some alcohol gel. Now, the trick with this waterless alcohol gel or wipes or foam or whatever form you want it in, the trick with this alcohol stuff is you gotta let it dry. If you rub it on your hands and then you do this maneuver right here, that's cheap. That won't work. Because then the alcohol didn't have time to kill all the little nasty bugs on your hands. So, if you put alcohol gel on your hands and rub them together, then let it dry. It doesn't take very long, 30 seconds, your valuable time. The alcohol will dry on your hands and it will kill all the germs. So, what if your hands are visibly soiled, or you just, get ready to go eat or whatever, and you need to wash your hands with soap and water? Here's how you do that. You're gonna go up to the sink. You don't have to have hot water. Some people think you gotta get you some boiling water like you are getting ready to birth a baby. You don't have to use hot water on your hands. They're dirty, but you're not trying to sterilize them, you're just trying to get the germs off of them. Cold water is actually better. If you wash your hands a lot in hot water, that's one thing that dries them out. Pretty soon they're all red and irritated and you're all in a frenzy. It's better just to use cold water. It works just as good. So, get some cold water, get your hands wet before you put the soap on your hands. That makes it work better, makes you build up all those little fun suds. So get your hands wet, soap them down really good. And the important thing about washing your hands is you got to do it long enough. If you do one of these little pass under the water and then dry your hands, that doesn't count. We're talking actually put the soap on there, rub your hands together, get between your fingers. If you wear a ring, make sure you hit that finger. Make sure you get the top of your hands, because if you're going to do it, you want to do a good job. For it to really count for washing your hands, you got to do it for 15 to 20 seconds. Most people are not really good at figuring out, unless you got a clock in front of you, what 15 or 20 seconds is. So here's the trick to that. For 15 seconds is how long it takes you to sing the happy birthday song. It is our recommendation in infection control that you not sing it out loud. At the end of that, boom, you have just washed your hands for 15 seconds and done a really good job. And you need to get a paper towel or a towel if you're using one, and use it to turn off the faucet. Because you get to thinking about it, your hands were dirty when they turned that faucet on, so you washed them really good and got rid of all the germs. If you don't use something to turn it off, you're going to get your hands dirty again. So get you a paper towel, turn the water off, dry your hands, and you're good to go. Then you're ready to be out there saving the world, taking care of your patients, keeping yourself safe, and keeping yourself healthy. That's all there is to washing your hands. That's all there is. We're done.